Yes, and now you can see me, and now you can hear me. Welcome to the Ktng Morning Show. We're live only on YouTube today, so therefore everybody raise your hands so we can do our prayer for today. I want to thank Jah for getting me to rise this morning, as well as helping those who cannot help themselves. And most importantly, to be a good person is a good. Oh, and let's not forget to be compassionate towards our enemies, even though they deserve a patata and a kula. And also to show love where we need to show love in every way possible, even though we might get annoyed in sometimes, but try and do it as best you can on that one. But most importantly, people. Most importantly, I want to thank Jah for bringing me to you guys. So in Jesus' name we play these things. Jah Rastafari. Jah Rastafari. Jah Rastafari. Oh boy. Y'all ready for Monday? Y'all ready for Monday? Are you ready for Monday? Well, I'm ready for Monday because, ladies and gentlemen, it is the Ktng Morning Show! Are y'all liking it today, huh? The Lion King alfalfa look? Yeah, that's what I got going on today. Holy crap, it is the Ktng Morning Show. Welcome one and all. Let's see if we can get some background lighting here going on. All right, cool. Y'all like that, right? That was my background lighting. You see me in dark vision. Live on YouTube today and on ktng860am.org. It's the Ktng Morning Show. And of course, I am your host with the most. From the top of the mountain to under the 25 freeway. The host from both coasts. It is the best in the Midwest, so don't chest or you'll catch a jerk nap with a hole in your chest. That freak on the peak of the pike. No Tina and Ike. All color vision on Facebook and YouTube. We start the we up for you. So coffee for your track. So coffee for the attack and laugh, because this is the Ktng Morning Show on track. Morning, break your fast, cause the evolution of revolution is everyone's solution. Let's get it on and blast the cause for being that ass. Welcome to the Ktng Morning Show. I am your host, the Grits Man. Yeah, that's right. Sloppy grits, baby. And of course, we're still on par for, the course for the entire month of African mental liberation from dysphoric mystery in Black History Month. So open your mind to freedom and know the price that you're paying to get it. Anyway. I'd like to start today off with saying good morning to everybody around the world. Zulu Nation, you know it. We are live, we are up, and we are open today, people. So therefore, we got some real crazy things going on. Like, what the hell happened to my ass over the weekend? Well, of course, needless to say, yours truly had the hellish weekend. Yeah, my phone's off until I pay the freaking bill. So I've been calling for like the last 4 to 5 days about this checking the cash Western Union thing. And they finally show up Saturday morning, right? The cop shows up Saturday morning and told me, said, look, you better get in contact with me by email or some other way because I don't have a phone at this point and I don't have money to pay my bill. So what does he do? Takes down my information, and then the next thing you know, this officer Mendocino, whatever the hell his name is, calls up and says, we need if you have an alternate number or if you have another number or anything like that. I'm like, you sad sack of shit, okay? I just finished telling the police, email, okay? This is the only way you're gonna get in contact with me, and not with a fucking number that I'm gonna have to wait another 4 damn days for you jackasses to call me. I don't think so. Nope, today I'm going up there, and I'm gonna make my case be known. So that way these jackasses see exactly what the hell I'm talking about. All right, so that's going to conclude that thing. Other than that, we stayed roasted and toasted. We watched the All-Star game and everything, and watched, kids play. The weather was pretty decent. Well, currently right now it's 17 degrees, cloudy, and warm day of about 40 degrees with a wind speed from the northwest at 15. Rocky and DJ Sucker Puncher chasing nuts outside, so save your nuts, people. Y'all know how this goes. But anyway, because this is African Mental Liberation from the Sport Mystery and Black History Month here at KTG860am.org, we are going to bring you the following stories. And I asked the question earlier this morning about, do you know your blackjacks? Who are your blackjacks? Blackjacks. See, a lot of new stuff is coming out here. And, you know, I like to focus on things that we basically do or don't pay attention to, most likely. So, what I found was that the game of blackjack, people, is a very, very, very racist game. Okay, so people, we've all been playing blackjack for like years, right? Never mind, I did not go see Panther, because everybody and their mama knows that Storm and Black Panther were the first married couple in the comic books. Okay? Okay, they didn't even show that. I don't think seriously they even showed that. Anyway, well, for the history of the blackjack and so forth, blackjack was back then in the day known as what is, you know, a sailor, a black sailor. Okay? And most blackjacks didn't dare to aspire to become captains, but the very few who did were very bold men indeed. Okay, now a lot of this was going on like pretty much predating the Civil War, predating the Revolutionary War. So right about then, that's when they started allowing both slave and free blacks to become sailors upon boats. But, you know, their lifestyle was kind of difficult, considering that the minute you step off the boat, you spend like, you know, a life in jail or get resold back into slavery, one or the other. So there were a few leaders, black leaders, in this steed of being a blackjack, okay? Now, there was a Captain Paul Cuff, who was one of these men. He was born free in 1759 in Cuttyhunk Island, Massachusetts. At 16, he got his first job on a whaling ship. By 24, he became part owner and captain of his own ship. In 1780, he and his brother refused to pay taxes on their property because they did not have the right to vote. The very thing the patriots of the country were fighting for. Okay? Although they lost their case, they paved the way for all free men to have the right to vote by 1783. So, wow. Martin Luther King, guess what? Freedom Rides. What happened? Okay, what happened? Oh, that's right. You guys weren't born yet. Anyway, although they lost the case, they paved the way for, you know, the right to vote in 1783 up in Massachusetts, long before, say, the Civil Rights Movement. So, Cuff's reputation even earned him a meeting with the President of the United States, then James Madison. When the U.S. naval forces seized his ship during the War of 1812, he convinced Madison to have his ship released. Okay, first of all, I got a base on that. That, you know, your boy Admiral Cuff. Okay, James Madison stopped their ship because they were a ship of color. Wow. Automatically makes James Mason the racist in his legacy. So, though, another influential black mariner was James Fortin of Philadelphia. He served on the privateer Royal Louis, but it was captured by the HMS Amphion. He was 12 years old. Fortin's future was to become a slave, but a chance game of marbles with the captain's sons changed his fate. The captain's son took a liking to Fortin and asked his father to spare him. Fortin was offered a home in England. He turned down others, stating, he turned down the offer, stating, quote, "I am a prisoner for the liberties of my country. I will never prove a traitor to her interest." He spent the remainder of the war in the British prison cell. After the war, he invented a device to make the handling of sails easier. Later, he started his own sail making company and became the richest African American of his time. Crispus Attucks can also claim his legacy of black leaders forged by the sea. He was an escaped slave who found work aboard various ships. He worked as well as his size and stature garnered him enough respect that several white sailors were willing to follow him as he attacked the line of armed British redcoats with only a stick. Okay, because back then, you know, brothers with guns and everything, that was just not happening. Okay? Okay, so in that sense, Crispus Attucks was a blackjack, and he had a stick, just to lead the revolution. A stick, people. Nowadays, you got protesters out there that can't even manage to stand on their own 2 feet for 5 minutes. Everybody arguing and yelling and screaming and everything, and ain't no, and I repeat, nobody taking out the opposition whatsoever. So, in that sense, the term of a blackjack was simply called a black mariner. Okay, and many of these black sailors made their mark on the high seas. However, by the early 20th century, their number trickled down to a few. Powerful dock unions combined with the Jim Crow laws worked to exclude blacks from the docks and other maritime work. So, soon the work of the blackjacks faded in the collective memory. Thanks to historical documents and paintings from that time, their stories are preserved. Hopefully, in time, the blackjacks will once again claim their seafaring legacy. Wow. Black sailors. Blackjacks. Black sailors. And you'll never see a picture of their face on the side of a tuna can either. Anyway, moving right along. Okay, so that is like your lesson from, say, like the African mental liberation from dispersed mystery in Black History Month. Know that there were blackjacks. These blackjacks were very influential or very instrumental in the military's cause. But see, as we get through the Jim Crow era, and then we get in between, say, like after slavery, and in between, after the Revolutionary, the Civil War, and in between the Civil War and up to, like, say, the 50s, blacks still did not have military right to shoulder next to their white counterparts. So there were often, black bases and so forth. The famous black was that of the Marine Corps itself. Yeah, they had a solid black unit. But they had their own bases, and many of these soldiers and so forth had white drill instructors. Rarely did they have anybody of rank of their own choosing, or anything for that matter. They didn't have a choice, or for that matter, anybody didn't look like. Right? So what we find here is, like, now that after civil rights had passed, there is equal opportunity under the threshold of the military, even though it is a draconian thing. Mono-draconian. What is what Florida talking about? They trying to build an ethno-state. Ethno-state. The hell is that? All right, first and foremost, people, we are systematically voting off our rights and our freedoms just to build a gilded cage that doesn't even exist out of fear. So I'm like, trying to like figure this thing out and so forth. Like, just like everybody else, I'm trying to wrap my head around these things and trying to figure out what the hell's going on. So I'm gonna tell you what the hell's going on. Right about now, your boy Cheeseburger looking like, a wet cracker. All right, you ever had that wet cracker? Say, like, you dump one in tomato soup, and it just becomes like, ugh. Yeah, this is what's happening. Okay. Second of all, of course, we got these, we got people out there screaming, we got white people out there screaming, yo, Trump, you call bullshit. Your apology was like less than lackluster. Paul Ryan, your apology was condescending. Your concerns were condescending, just like anything else. I mean, Paul Ryan has got his nose so far up Donald Trump's cheeseburger ass, it's ridiculous. Okay? Nothing comes of it from like ass kissing like that. He cannot be president. No, he's going to be a House Majority Whip eventually. So look for that shit to happen. All right? Now, for everybody that's trying to figure this out, remember that somewhere there is history. So we try to mark ourselves in history. So let's see. Today in this history, on February 19th, Aaron, in 1807, Aaron Burr is arrested for treason. Let's see, 12 points of this shit. Let's see, that's not, let's see. 1878, Thomas Edison patents the gramophone. Crap here. 1943, World War II battle, Kasserine Path. Let's see, 1945, Marines invade Iwo Jima. Okay. In 1959, Cyprus is granted independence. And therefore, they are holding a bunch of Syrian refugees. But needless to say, the United States bombed Russians and they're killing them. Okay, oh damn, here you go. 1963, USSR troops withdrawal. Okay, from, especially from Cuba, Bay of Pigs. Okay, where are we? Okay, well, I'll tell you where we are. We are somewhere in the middle of whatever it is that we're supposed to be doing. Anyway, let's cheeseburger here for a second. Okay. All right, now check this out. Now we all know the cheeseburger since the beginning has been doing the man behind the green curtain crap. Okay, let's just face it. All right, the man basically has just done everything in his power to be the worst representation of a greased pig. I'm serious. Sit up and bark and snort about every damn thing else and whatnot, and try and use his lawyer's influence and, of course, his entitlement to escape all that is pointing at him directly. So, Cheeseburger finds it harder to fault Russia investigation after indictment. This is from the Los Angeles Times 12 hours ago. So here's this man who's been sitting up there saying there's no collusion, there's no collusion. When for fact the FBI got behind that, and Attorney General Jeff Sessions is like backing up saying, I ain't got nothing to do with this. You know, this is on their own time. They figured this out. I'm just here to run their office as a figurehead. You can't do anything to me, but you can do something about me. Okay? That's his stance, all right? Freaking midget, I swear. But before Friday, when Special Counsel Robert Mueller delivered a damning grand jury indictment against Russians for the 2016 election meddling, it was much easier for President El Jefe Cheeseburger to dismiss the entire inquiry as a Democratic hoax and witch hunt. Well, now that they got proof, what now? Okay. Cheeseburger had a long sought to discredit claims of Russian interference, suggesting that email hacks of the DNC might instead have been the Chinese, North Korea, or even a hacker sitting in his bedroom. Okay, this is a man who is so delusional that the rest of the deluded American populace out here still believes that he is actually doing the right thing. He's only done two things right. One, fired damn near everybody off his cabinet, and two, shut down the government. He did that on his 1-year anniversary. Other than that, he hasn't done anything to Obamacare. He damn sure hasn't done anything to build a wall. And for the most part, social services are getting cut. So if that's a track record of success, saying that unemployment is down, that's garbage. Okay, that is straight garbage, and you know it's garbage. Overinflated numbers that are in collusion with the president is just nothing more than, traitorous at best. Okay, so Mueller. Steady, relentless investigation is complicating Cheeseburger's efforts to spin the Russian debate, cutting off some of his favorite lines of defense and forcing him to adjust his attacks. Oh boy, talk about a steady game of chess here. Check this out. Those difficulties were apparent in a series of 15 Twitter posts over 19-hour late Saturday and early Sunday. The unusual outburst, even for Cheeseburger. In one, he attempted to conflate the Mueller investigation with the FBI's failure to act on warnings about the man accused of being the Florida school massacre shooter. Okay, and now I'm gonna dip into that real quick. First and foremost, he's not a terrorist. Okay, because he's an adopted white person. Okay, he doesn't get that terrorist. Okay, keep that in mind. Cheeseburger wrote that the FBI missed clues about Nicholas Cruz because, in the president's view, the agency was preoccupied with the Russian investigation. He provided no evidence to back up the assertions, and critics said it was baseless. Of course it was freaking baseless. Come on. All right? How in the hell are you going to sit there and say, how in the hell is the FBI, which is splintered into so many different places, in Florida, of all places, take time out of their Florida jurisdiction to deal with some crap that's going on in the White House? okay, to deal with something that might be that they're already in the field. Okay, so shouldn't they be studying? They would be in the field. Okay, it's not the FBI's jurisdiction to sit up here and mind your damn kids. It ain't. It is the parent's duty to do so. Okay. So he goes on. This is not acceptable. You know, posted from his Mar-a-Lago result in Florida. They're spending too much time trying to prove Russian collusion with the cheeseburger campaign. There is no collusion. Get back to the basics and make us all proud. Well, the basic thing is, dumbass. Okay, you know what the basic thing is? The basic thing is that you are steady trying to prove you did nothing. Okay? Okay, let's look at the facts. The wife's name is Melania. Half your kids are nothing but more but half-breeds, okay? Straight up half-breeds. They're not even Americans for that matter, okay? And so let me point this out too as well. There's no way that the American public, okay, could out of popularity, see a loss come their way because someone basically rigged the electoral college, the electoral ballot, so it was stacked already. And the only argument Jackass won in the primaries was that Benghazi, American pride, fascism, okay, ethno-state, okay. Think about it, people. Think about it. You married somebody that was like, you know, a Russian or something like that. Don't you think she got parents? Don't think her parents got friends? Don't you think them friends got kids? Don't you think them kids got friends? Don't you think them kids got other friends and enemies in the lurking? Man. Especially if they're getting paid a lot of rupees to do it. Anyway. Okay. Anyway. That's just to make you guys think, man. Because, I mean, come on. Think of it, right? Think of it. We are all so focused on the apple on the top part of the tree that we forget the roots. Cut the damn roots up, so forth the tree damn will fall. You pluck all the fruit off, and it'll grow more fruit. So where's your, as they would say, better judgment on how to, you know, invoke the word letter I, last letter T, impeachment on this bum? Okay? I keep telling you guys, the guy is nothing more than a loudmouth New York with a whole crap load of fucking money. And his only ambition, pretty much, is to ruin everybody else's lives. I'm telling you, when the food stamps go, that's when we start going nuts. Okay? Serious. All right. So, and all that and everything, because we've, like, suffered through wars and all kinds of weird stuff. You know, there lies the problem. There lies the problem here with our beleaguered idiot. Okay? And I mean, it's quite simple. Here's a man who basically got into the White House and did nothing but throw subterfuge against the wall. Okay? And successfully had it defended, but every Tom, Dick, and Harry, everything that he does, he has to have a mouthpiece to explain his actions. I'm sorry, but if the man's father didn't love him that well and so forth, then maybe, just maybe, he needs a lot of psychotherapy. Which, okay. Speaking of which, of collusion, okay. How about this? Opiate makers gave $10 million to drug advocacy groups. 6 hours ago from NBC News. Companies selling some of the most lucrative prescription painkillers funneled millions of dollars to advocacy groups that in turn promoted the medication's use, according to a report released this past week by a U.S. senator. This may be fake news, people, I don't know. The investigation by Missouri Senator Claire McCaskill shed light Monday on the opiate industry's ability to shape public opinion's questions about its own role in an overdose epidemic that has claimed hundreds of thousands of American lives. Representatives of some of the drug makers named in the report said that they did not set conditions on how the money was to be spent or forced groups to advocate for the painkillers. The report from Ms. McCaskill, ranking Democrat on the Senate's Homeland Security Committee, examines advocacy funding by the makers of the top 5 opiate painkillers by worldwide sales in 2015. Financial information companies provide to Senate staff shows they spent more than $10 million between 2012 and 17 to support 14 advocacy groups and affiliated doctors. My goodness, this sounds like a very tangled web we weave. It is. It does. It does. It does. It does. It does. Okay. Now, if the opiate, the people who are making these drugs are getting money, okay, are getting money, okay, because these Africans get money from like the actual people who make them, you know, make the starch, as we call it on the street. You're making it starch. And what does that tell you about your voting power? What does that tell you about your voting power? It tells you a lot about your voting power, doesn't it? It means that no matter how you vote on subjects and so forth, really determines your lot in life. It does. Think about it, people. There's irony in this whole thing too. There's irony. Okay, there's irony in this whole thing because your vote basically should count for something other than say some, y'all know, some mishmash, as I would like to call it, about you know, who can vote, who can't vote. Okay, that's scary. That's freaking scary to me. That really is. That really is. That's freaking scary to me. And as always, you know, we find ourselves primarily in a very, very, very screwed up situation here. So here it is that your votes are not counting for what they should count. They should count for somebody who can actually do the job. But they're going to go a little bit different. They're going to go a little bit deeper. High Court asked to iron out polling place clothing dispute. All right. IAP Press about 17 minutes ago. A Make America Great Again at a Tea Party t-shirt on MoveOn.org button, where any one of these items to vote in Minnesota, and a poll worker will likely ask you to remove it or cover it up. Like a number of states, Minnesota bars voters from wearing political items to the polls to reduce the potential for confrontations or voter intimidation. But that would change. The Supreme Court on February 28th will consider a challenge to the state's laws in a case that would affect other states too. Okay? What do they mean? Winfall, a lawyer with the Pacific Legal Foundation, the group behind the challenge to Minnesota's law, says voters wearing political apparel shouldn't have to hang up their hats, turn their t-shirts inside and out, or put their buttons in their bags just to cast the ballot. Wearing a political clothing is a quote-unquote passive way to express core political values, says Val, who says the case is quote-unquote about the free speech rights of all Americans. So they're taking free speech away from you in many ways. Pretty soon we're going to be wearing t-shirts that have nothing but blank expressions on them. Okay? I mean, more people read t-shirts than they actually go to the freaking library. What does that tell you? Oh, that's right. We already had that generation of idiots. The Dada generation. The generation that is like sucked on, I need it now, but can't even do for the damn selves. Okay? But then again, you know, again, apple doesn't fall far from the tree when it comes to that. So Minnesota sees it differently in court. It says the law is a reasonable restriction that preserves quote-unquote order and decorum in the polling place and prevents quote-unquote voter confusion and intimidation. File goes on to say, Daniel Rogan goes on to say that I think what's important to understand is the purpose of the prohibition is to protect the fundamental right to vote. Okay, so we protect the fundamental right to vote. We protect the fundamental right to stand at attention to the ideology of a demagogue called a flag. The national anthem does not have anything to do with, you know, with human rights, or civil rights for that matter. So, am I a rebel because I disavow these things? You goddamn right I am. All right. It is the fourth day. It is the fourth day. Thank you guys. This is the Ktng morning show. We're at the halfway point here. And of course, Stephen said, I am like in the dark. Straight up in the dark. Am I getting some light here? Am I doing some light? Or is this paint picking up some light? I don't know. Oh, there we go. Cheesy beat. Anyway, I want to show you guys here on YouTube. Follow, share, like, smash those buttons, get numerous alerts when we're on. throughout 2018. Subscribe to ktng860am.org. And most importantly, DJ Sucker Punch says save your nuts, and Kung Fu Saturdays is always happening from 8 to 12. And then you got our other programming decisions that come very, very, very fast, like Sunday's Gospel and Jazz Hour and so forth, Gospel and Jazz Session, which lasts all day, no commercial, we're commercial free. If you're a part of Zulu Nation, or you're a musician or a rapper or whatever it is that you do, by all means, send us your music. We'll play it. We'll put you on. And we can't chart it because we're a non-profit. So we can just simply play it and give you guys the respite of knowing that I play any and everything. So if anything, you have like good documentaries. We also have sponsorship abilities here to where that will allow you to, you a company or anything that you have to be advertised as a sponsor supporter. Now, the way to become a sponsor supporter is to get in contact with us here at ktng860am.org. Okay? Or you can hit us up on our Facebook page, Twitter account, you name it. We're always putting this thing out and so forth, so that way people get a chance to do it. And 496,000 people that I grew in the 5 years, I'm growing it back even better. All right. Now, moving right along, one of the things I like to do here is I like to find questions on Facebook, especially from all of my friends or from all of our friends and admirers, and ask those questions live and see what you think. Join in the conversation if you can. Okay. So the question of the day is from Jamie Manton out the UK. How many people feel that the creatives, in music, arts, drama, etc., need to be a fundamental and important part of education? It should be a very important part of education because all the other skills of like learning math and English are just robotic. It's based for the containment of the soul itself. It's based on the external. It's not based on the internal. When you have a balance, okay, and I say this in pride, so when you have a balance of teaching electives in the school and so forth, it gives freedom of speech. In the practice of freedom of speech, it's exemplary passage to exist. But when you take away calligraphy, when you take away the music, when you take away the arts programs themselves, you are taking away from the creative mind. All you are producing, generation after generation after generation, is a bunch of drones. And when those drones wake up, they become killer bees, don't they? Okay? And then we go right back into the same diaspora that our ancestors came from out of. Poverty. Okay? So is it that with each generation we keep fulfilling the poverty rates, but in the same instance, because of drugs and prostitution and human trafficking and everything else that happens in the hood, okay, all the stupid shit that happens in the hood that everybody glorifies on every other damn rap record, okay, there's almost an embarrassment, okay, it's an embarrassment level of our own stasis of humanity here. It only proves that ignorance will fester, okay? I don't care how old you think you are, okay? But as long as you're teaching your ignorance to your child and you don't expect your child to grow any further than that, guess what? That child will teach it to his child. Or she's going to teach it to her child. It's going to continue. And the only thing you're going to get out of it is a bunch of loud-ass people who ain't got no other conclusion to their demise. Okay. Speaking of demise, oh my God! Last night it was off the hook. It was off the hook early this morning. I am not lying. It was off the hook early this morning. I swear to God. The neighbors were like going off, man. I don't know. It's like it's a bad drug deal going down, but somebody was getting their asses beat up or whatever and shit, man. It's like 3, 4 o'clock in the fucking morning. People were sitting there. I started to call the cops, but I just remembered I can't call the cops when my phone doesn't work or the bill's not paid. Jeez. Okay. Now, I didn't want to do it, but today looks like a very good day for me to go hunting, and I'm going to hunt stupidity today. All right, straight up. All right. So, if anything, we have our, what the hell is this? Oh, here's another question I got here. Oh no, that's the elected things and so forth. Because it kind of cracks me up. And yeah, you know, you're gonna make drone. You might as well let the government, you know, teach your kids how to be obedient, how to serve their country, how to serve as citizens to a demigod that has no feeling. Okay, I salute no flag or no banner that is not KTNG. Okay, yeah, I can make my own gods too. How about that? 2 hours ago, how's this? SWAT stickers drawn on Polish embassy in Israel. What does that have to do with Black history? Well, I tell you this, but y'all people in Israel, you're in Africa, and if you're in Africa, you're black. All right. Now, Poland's embassy in Tel Aviv was daubed with swastikas on Sunday, a day after Polish Prime Minister Morawiecki, caused outrage by claiming Jews were among the perpetrators of the Holocaust. Wow. Everybody's into making an ethno-state, right? Everybody's into making an ethno-state. Israel want to make an ethno-state against Palestine. Your far right and or white race supremacists want to make an ethno-state out of Florida. And you have, don't forget. The mayor of the Philippines wants to create an ethno-state. There's nothing worse than sucking down your own boogers. Like untreated oysters. You know. But then too, you know, come on, we got a whole bunch of people running around in suits and ties, dictating to the rest of the world, you know, that you got inferior and we're superior, and we're gonna, because here, Poland's, you know, the profanities were scrawled along a notice board outside the embassy, and a swastika had been drawn on the entrance gates. Israeli police have opened an investigation into the incident, which will probably take them forever to get to the bottom of it as usual. You know, tensions between the two countries have been ratcheted up since Poland passed a controversial new Holocaust-related bill earlier this month. The law, which makes it illegal to accuse the Polish nation of complicity in crimes committed by Nazi Germany, including the Holocaust, also bans the use of such terms as Polish death camps in relation to Auschwitz and other such camps located in Nazi-occupied Poland. Violations would be punished by a fine or a jail sentence up to 3 years. Israel has been vociferous in its criticism of the new laws, accusing Poland of attempting to rewrite history. But Morawiecki's comments on Saturday at a security conference in Munich prompted a fresh wave of anger. Fresh wave. Ooh, fresh wave. Oh, come on, people. Come on. All right. How long y'all think that was gonna last? How long y'all think your peace process is gonna last and so forth? If anything, you know, you guys can sit around the round table of like the UN, point fingers and trade insults all freaking day, but it's not helping the people any, is it? I doubt seriously. The one thing I do find very interesting is that when it comes to the ethno-rulers of this world and so forth, who are like predominantly white, or the few that are predominantly white, y'all got town and y'all got community issues that make your national program, or problems for that matter, look like crap. It makes them look like, you know, infinitesimal. I mean, come on. On one hand, everybody who's like living in Poland basically has access to a McDonald's or Kentucky KFC. Okay, while on the other hand and so forth, you have some very angry motherfuckers that are basically saying, "Oh no, wait a minute, you know, they're responsible for the Polish Holocaust and shit." Okay, people, make up your freaking mind. All right, make up your damn mind. You want to sit up and drag your history around and try and you know, stop somebody or something from insulting your culture altogether, you know? Or do you want to stand and fight for your culture? Do you want to stand and fight against the tyranny that is happening to everyone's culture, for that matter, because of political ramifications? I'll give you something really shockingly sad. Okay, this is swastika thing. I'm past that right now. I watched a run for governor. Okay, a run for governor out here There's going to be a run for governor out here in Colorado Springs. And the guy puts God on top of politics. Separation of church and state, man. Okay? When Republicans have to go that damn low, okay? When they have to go low enough to put God in front of all of their God misgivings and so forth, that is not only hypocrisy, that is blasphemous. Because you know full well they are not going to do anything for the little people. They are exploiting the little people like there's no tomorrow. Oh yeah, down in Pueblo and Trinidad and all these other places and da-da-da-da-da, where there are actual people of color mixed in with a whole bunch of white people, we can basically say that we're going to do the state of Colorado very nice, and hopefully we can make it a family place and blah, 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 blah. Oh my God. My question here is, what moron obviously thinks, okay, what moron obviously thinks, okay, that they're going to succeed that way, okay? All right, I hate to pull, like, you know, the Democratic or, say, like, the Libertarian or the conservative, you know, field of this, but come on. When you're actively, and I say actively, okay, when you're actively sitting up here talking about how you're going to do this, that, and everything else, I almost laugh. I really do. Because now it just proves that the Republican agenda does not have an end to it. Well, it does have phases. It does have phases. And the main phase is to complete the cycle of genocide against people of color in this country. Not only that, but also people who have mental issues. Okay? I don't know. How in the world do you say there's an opiate crisis and you got mental health problems and people coming back from wars, but yet still we have an opiate crisis here that is putting people through a war zone, through a battle zone that they have never been in. Okay? We go to Afghanistan, we take over the poppy fields, they have no oil, then we have to go there for some sort of damn resource, and the next thing you know, we have an opiate crisis. Okay? Here's what you do. You change the market value of, you know, heroin altogether. You change the market value of the poppy seeds, or poppy fields for that matter. You change the monetary value. Raise the freaking rent. Okay? But now these things are synthetic. Okay? When you're making synthetic stuff like this, you know, meth is on its way back up. And I think we got some meth dealers up in this damn building that be acting stupid and shit. But, you know, something that's going to stop. That's going to stop eventually. So where I can have my peace and quiet. Anyway, one of the things that I do have an affinity for is that people should be more conscious of the things that we don't talk about. Okay? And one of the things that my family basically does not talk about is my little sister Glennis, who has Down syndrome. Okay? And what I love about the fact about that is that she herself is able to do far better than, say, my younger brother, who is now sitting incarcerated in jail for some other weird, stupid reason. He has his issues, hot-headed issues at that too. Okay, so there is a difference in this great country of ours, to where we are now weeding ourselves from the strong, from the weak to the strong. And it is not by divine providence. It is not by God's will. No, all life is precious. It really is. It's my good feel-good story of the day right here. Artist with Down syndrome has paintings and sculptures showcased at Tate Modern Museum. So, in retrospect to this, people, let me ask you something. If you had a painting of an artist that you did not know had Down syndrome, would you keep it? Okay, would you keep it? If you had not known that person had Down syndrome, would you keep it? Of course you would. You would, because of your vanity. Okay? So here it is. Here it is. An undisclosed minority. People with Down syndrome have incredible abilities. Okay? Not to mention, like, you know, autistic kids who are autistic. And the only reason why you have so many autistic kids and like that is because it's a government plot to poison you. Okay? Straight up. It's been an extinction, controlled extinction. Okay, that happens in this country on a day-to-day freaking basis, and for some reason, we're all, like, how can I say, complacent. Yeah. We just go along with whatever crap, you know, the government tells us to do. And, you know, you're still looking at like 1984, you know, all together. So what am I talking about? I'm talking about your rights, people. I'm talking about what you should do with them. I'm also talking about the premise of life itself. I'm also talking about the premise of how we can do better. In each of these stories that I just read you and so forth, okay, you have to realize that who your enemy is. How do you outplay your enemy? Okay? How can you get your case across? Jamie Manton asked the question, should we keep creative electives in high schools? Music, art, and everything else. Here's an artist with Down syndrome who has paintings and sculptures showcased at a Tate Modern Museum. Okay, 33-year-old woman artist with Down syndrome is the latest to have her work featured at one of the world's most prestigious museums. After winning a competition, Emma Anderson became the only one of 2 students at her school, Cambridge Regional College, showcasing her paintings and sculptures at Tate Modern Museum in London. Okay, 33 years old, she has Down syndrome, and she attends college. What the fuck? Okay? I'm constantly surrounded by my own people who have kids who have Down syndromes and don't want to do nothing with them except put them in homes and keep them on Social Security so they can sit up and languish over it without thinking about that child's feelings. And then when they grow to like teenagers and adults and they rebel against your ass, guess what? You should have been there from day one. You should have. But no. Nope. Here's a woman, 33 years old, Down syndrome, and she has her work in a damn museum. Okay? As black and brown folks, we like to hide our children. We like to hide our special needs children, don't we? We like to hide them shits from the fact of our family's prestigious reputation. That's almost just as like laughable. That's so laughable. It just makes sense to call it like, you know, triple jumbo shrimp. Ugh. Okay? So when I go over these stories, people, I go over these stories for a reason. Okay? Because no matter how you look at it, no matter how you think you know, or think you have the ability to say that, hey, I can go along with this, you're wrong. Why are you going along with a system that does not want you? What? Just because you see it on TV doesn't mean it's going to, it takes hours. If you know anybody that's ever worked in the industry, it takes almost damn near a month and a half to get anything that you see on TV to come to pass. And that's only for 30 minutes to an hour. Okay? 30 minutes to an hour. Just pretending. Okay? And those who are influenced by those pretenders, weak-minded. Very weak-minded. Okay? One of the biggest pretenders. Okay? In anything. Am I getting some light? Ooh, how about that? Yeah, that doesn't look so fuzzy. How about that? We do this like this? Yeah, oh, that looks good. Looks good. How about we adjust this real quick? Oh, that looks spooky, don't it? Yes, I'm Smoothface. Yeah. Anyway, I like moving these things around and so forth and bringing them closer to me. Anyway. The fact of the matter is this, people. I ask people questions and I ask you guys questions on a day-to-day basis, from Monday through Friday. What can we do to surpass our complexities within our own mind? Well, we gotta quiet those complexities, center and focus on what we want to do and how we need to do it, instead of letting other people basically dictate our history, instead of people dictating your culture, instead of people dictating your rights. And if you're not able to do anything but follow behind the same party and bullshit excuse that you got going on in your life, then 9 times out of 10, that's all you're going to get. you cannot rise above your circumstances, then you are doomed to sink beneath them. And you will carry them in situations and drama, endless drama. Okay? If I want bitch drama and so forth, I can watch the damn soap operas, but I don't need to see that shit in real life. And if a bitch got drama and so forth, 9 times out of 10, it's self-inflicting. Okay? It's self-inflicting. You want you go and look for drama just so that way you would have something interesting in your damn day. These news reports are all about the drama. Kid walking around with a damn gun shooting up a damn classroom full of kids. And then white parents are calling your cheeseburger bullshit. Okay? How about that? How about them apples? Or the fact that Black Lives Matter may be an organization that's caring about the civil rights of like, say, black people, but have you not looked into, say, like the genetic holocaust that's happening to us? Okay? The incarceration of black men left and freaking right. Hell, we got ghettos in the prison system that outnumber many white supremacists. Okay? I would free every like convicted criminal of murder and so forth that was black and brown and say, look, your new mission. You want clemency in your life. You want a clean record. This is what you do. You take out every last one of your white supremacist cells, every last one of them. They're leaders, all the way down. Get them all. And when you do, and when you're done with that, if you survive, you become a citizen. If not, you're on a suicide mission. How about that? That way you can kill 2 birds with 1 stone. Okay? Serious. You get rid of your problem, because you get rid of your problems with bad criminals, and you turn them loose against organizations that are doing nothing more than perpetuating, ethnic cleansing of the United States. Ooh. Well, it's gonna come up. And if it comes up this week in any of your echo box chambers, then you heard it from me first. Anyway, I gotta say my goodbyes and so forth, or my good mornings for that matter, because it is that time, people. It's that time when we are in the loop. We are in the loop, and I am, for one, am not gonna sit here and have this damn thing skip about on me like it's supposed to do. Oh my God, where is this damn thing? Can't find nothing. Ha 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 ha. Like that. Okay, cool. Anyway. Anyway, let's say good morning to everybody. All right, now I do apologize that I do not have per se, like, any way of getting the Facebook feed back up and so forth. But if you are listening to the desktop or your tablet or your cell phone, we're live on Ktng 860am.org. And I want to say good morning to all our fans and friends and loved ones out there. Good morning to Walt, Super Walt. That's right. You know him as the man who remembers, the legend, the icon. That's right. The entire library of funk is there. Good morning to Millie and Carolyn, wherever you are. Matthew Crawford, El Champion, good morning. Brenda Egan Perkins, good morning, love you. Majestic Music, good morning. Soul Sonic Beats, good morning. Chuck Freeze, good morning. Mal Jones, good morning. Raymond Ramos, good morning. Scott Woods, good morning. Heather Malone, good morning with your crazy self. Oh my God, who is this hiding down here? Danny White. That's my girl. Okay. That's my friend. That's my lady friend and so forth. She's probably the only lady from Chicago that excites me, even though she's married and got a bunch of kids. Anyway. Okay. Oh my God. Okay, so I see Ernest Franklin, good morning. Sophia Samuels, good morning. Daniel Carr, good morning. Good morning to my man Dilo for now. Being who's like an eternal bachelor, is now turned into a singing man deep in the folds of Pink Floyd. Okay. Anyway, let's see who else. Good morning to my little brother Glenn Scott Rock Jr. Good morning. The incredible Roxanne Shante. Good morning with that bun on your head. Let's see. I think that's pretty much it. No, wait a minute. Universal Zulu Nation. I'm talking about from Holland, England, all the way through. I watched a couple of battles with James Corden, battling David Swimmer, and how is it that you can have a battle show called Drop the Mic and you getting your ass beat every damn day? Okay, don't you think you ought to give it up by now? I mean, you got technicality, but you know the technical premise is good, but your content, is less than desirable. Especially you gotta spice up your content, man. Spice up your content. All right. Other than that, good morning to all my people around Ross Benzema. Good morning. Also, good morning to Sonia. Okay. Good morning to oh my God, Yuka Matsudo out of Japan. Nate out of the family. Let's see. Good morning to my people in China. Ni hao. Good morning to my people in North Korea, who have just basically just sat there and said, okay, we're gonna wait till these Olympics get over, and then we're gonna start our, wolf tickets from that point. Good morning to all my people in the United States that have nothing to do with cheeseburgers, stupid ass. In which, needless to say, I hate to tell you this, people, but y'all are in for a ride this week. Serious. Y'all are in for a ride for this week. So every Republican bastard out there is going to moderately sit there and say, well, excuse me, and then you're going to hear Farshad in the back of your mind. Who is the nigga in charge over here? Who is the nigga in charge? That sort of thing. So, needless to say, if you guys don't really push the efforts of impeachment and lobby that shit in front of your state, county, and federal representatives, then your representatives have lost touch with the community. And if they see you as constituents, voting constituents, to keep your ass in civic politics, keep in mind, we all have the right to vote and not to vote. And those who don't vote, you're voting any damn way, because your silence says everything. Your ignorance says everything. Your arrogance says everything. You know what that says? You know what that says to all the rest of us guys out here who are investigative reporters. And we're not soothsayers on the mic. We're basically letting people know this is what the rest of America thinks. Okay, well, I speak for myself, but then again, hey, I can actually, and give people the idea of that, you can get out there and make a difference. If you can't make a difference, to yourself, then what good is your work? You're useless. All right? Get out there and be useful. Don't become a tool. Be the person that holds on to his own tools and make them work. Okay? Phrasing. Anyway, I got to get out of here, people. It's been fun. I got to run. Paul Nagalko. Good morning. Good morning, Paul. Let's see. Miles Jones. Why y'all come late? Rodney Allen Rippey. Good morning. Oh, my God. Everybody comes late. Oh, God. All right, I got to get out of here, people. I got a lot of crap to do and so forth today. But most importantly, I want you guys to go out there and have yourself a great, wonderful day. Love your neighbors, love your children, love your spouses and so forth, but love each other. And therefore, most importantly, always do this. Make sure you have a smile on your face for the rest of the day. Never let anyone take your smile, and never let anyone dampen your shine, because you are important for you. God knows that life is very precious, and so are you. All right? So get out of here. It's Monday. I don't know why this analytic crap with Facebook keeps happening, but it happens. Anyway, I got to get out of here. All right, YouTube. I'll see you guys later tomorrow. Hopefully we'll have more casting and so forth that we can actually do here, but until then, I don't think it's going to happen. Anyway, you guys have yourself a safe and wonderful day. I'm out here. Love, peace, chicken grease, YouTube, done. Boom, bam, smack, and there it is, baby.